All right, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're spacing from, in the voice of my brother, Releva Best. You guys are welcome one more time to the Violence Space, your number one Twitter political space, where you are allowed to vent. It's our space. It's our safe zone. It's our comfort zone. It's our energy zone. It's that place you come and you get everything verified. Everything you hear on this space today, as always, are stuff that you can do your research yourselves and you get it. So, guys, you're welcome to the Violence Space, our normal Saturday edition, and probably might be our last Violence Space on Saturday by this time. So before I break people's heart, no, we have another Violence Space next week Saturday by God's grace. But this shall hopefully next week Saturday we'll start earlier. We'll start early, probably by 10 p.m. And we're having a change in timing on our programs coming from next week. Our Thursday spaces shall start from 4 p.m. and our Saturday spaces shall be from 10 a.m. On Saturday and 4 p.m. on Thursdays. Guys, as usual, I always come out and I say it has been a long week. Every Saturday, I think this is one phrase I've used all through these our spaces. Every Saturday I come here, I say it has been a long week. Ever since we started this movement, every week has always moved, and you see activities happen within a week, and you're like, "Oof, can Saturday just please come so I can come out here and do what I know how to do best?" Thank you so much for always sticking with us. Thank you for always tuning in. Thank you for all our early birds. You guys are amazing. Many people won't hear what I'm about to say now, but this is for you guys that always come out on these spaces as we click less than 15 minutes. Our rushing close to 300 people. That is the spirit. Thank you very much. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. I sent some notification to some people, and my brother Jimmy will say, Sada, what is wrong with you? Stop sending me notification. I already have my alarm clock. Jimmy, you have to reset your alarm clock. We are changing times from next week. You guys are amazing. Our first correspondents. You guys are always here as the space is kicking off. I'm already opening up. I'm saying, in 2 minutes, over 100 people are on the space. It is not because we are special or anything. It is because you guys resonate with the message we are sharing here. And without you guys, honestly, there will be no us. Thank you very much for always coming out. Thank you for the sacrifices you guys are making, your data, your time. You guys are the reason why I can end this space today, and I'll say I'm going harder next week Thursday. Thank you for always coming out for us. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I will just indulge you guys as always do on our spaces. I say please, our comment section is still not open, but it's something I don't know if you guys have noticed it. For the past 5 weeks, every of our space, violence space, or any hashtag we use trends. So that means that I think the disadvantage of having a comment section open is that you guys retweet the space and you guys tweet on the space. So that means the hashtag is always having multiple tweets on it. So guys, please, I indulge all of you on the space now, over 270 of us, to please do me a favor by retweeting the space. Let people know that we are up and running. I need 270 tweets right now. Let everybody hit your phones. Tweet it out. The violence space is up and we're about to go ham today. It's an interesting program as usual. It's always promised to be fun here. Emotions, all sort of emotions are going to be going up in here today. I on my own, I have kept myself all through the week. People have been hitting me out. Saddam, say something. Saddam, what's up? What's popping? And me, I'm like, I've learned bad behavior from Peter Obi, and Peter Obi said, I don't respond to people that are not presidential candidates. That is how I am right now. I am in that position right now that I am focused, and I'm trying to make sure I don't respond to people that are not presidential candidates. Guys, you guys are amazing. I am so happy that right now I don't have to fight some battles anymore. couple of months back. I think I'll be championing some battles that are being fought right now. People be on my DM, Saddam, where are you, Saddam? We need you. Yeah. No. That time has passed. We have trained we have radicalized a whole lot of you people. You people now are not radicals. You people are, I didn't even fear on assistance now. You guys, oh my goodness, you dare not freaking fuck with the obedient movement. They are going to eat you and smoke you raw. You guys are amazing. I love that about you guys because, man, I was just sitting down yesterday and they see us everywhere. They catch fire. Everybody just opened there. Everybody came out gun blazing, man. What the fuck is happening here? Collect. I say, wait till they sup. Guys, you guys are too much. So me now like this now, I just feel like one papas, just sit down in his balcony, smoking his cigarette and drinking some champagne and seeing my children doing the hard job of doing what it's for me it's a dream come true, honestly speaking, because you guys have taken that mantle away from me, that burden away from me and my brother N6. I wake up those days and I'm on my phone before I wake up and say my prayers. I'm already having 10 DMs, 15 DMs. Saddam, please, they're attacking Peter in this space. Come. Saddam. I will not go even brush mouth. I will just carry saliva, scatter my phone, just defend Peter and the rest, Right now, no.
The good old
Saddam's on
days,
Twitter.
Saddam.
My brother, there are 10 million Saddams on Twitter right now. If you do anyhow, Saddam from North will attack you. Saddam from East will attack you. You guys have taken that burden off me, and I am so grateful. Thank God for where we are today. Thank God for what you guys are doing. Thank God that you guys have woken up to this dream. Thank God you guys have taken this project as your project. It is not Saddam's project. It is not N6's project. It's not Omar's project. It is your project. Own that freaking project with your chest. Go out there, defend your principle like your life depends on it. Yes, that is what you're going to do going forward. Guys, I will say this and I said last week, the gates of hell has been opened. If you don't understand what we're fighting right now, understand that the gates of hell has been opened upon this movement. And I tell you, whatever we saw this week is little for what is coming next week. And what is going to come next week is going to be minute for what is coming upper week. And as the week goes by till election night, I promise you, listening to my voice today, that you will see, you will hear, you will feel the weight of trying to take power from the establishment. It is not going to be an easy ride. It is not going to be an easy ride. You are about to do what has never been done in the history of this country before. Nobody has done this. You are about to be in a movement. You are about to tell yourself we are about to take back power and give it back to the people in the biggest black nation on earth. Do you understand the responsibility that lies on your shoulders, my people on this space? Understand that you are significant in this movement. Understand that what you're doing today, whatever you're fighting for today, it is not for me, it is not for it is for yourself. Understand the role you're going to play going forward and own it, and with your whole chest as you go out there. Don't fucking look at anybody, my people. Thank you very much for standing up. Thank you for standing up to those that feel they could not be challenged. Thank you for making everybody understand. I say this, nobody is irreplaceable in this movement. No fucking nobody is irreplaceable. If you think you are irreplaceable, then fucking step out and see what's going to happen. If I say I'm not going to host this space anymore, somebody's going to stand up and host the space. If NCC is not coming on this space anymore, if Omar says not coming on the space anymore, the fucking violence space is going to go on. That is it, man. Understand this, my people. Understand this. No man, no woman is indispensable in this movement. Even Peter, as he did now, if Peter say no, they go, we go beat him. We go drag Satan enter him, but he must do him. Do you understand? So, guys, I want you to understand where we are right now as a movement. Understand where we are going to. From now till the day of election, my people, we will fight battles. You will see betrayals. You will hear things. You will see things. So prepare your mind. And I want to give you the final abobo now before I yield the mic to my brother N6. Understand something. I say this now. Know this now. Those G5 governors, I want to place you where my heart is right now. I'm at the point in my heart that I've settled myself and said, Saddam, a few days or few weeks to the elections, or few hours to the elections, Nelson Wike, what they call this man, Sheyi Makinde, or Tom, all these people that are running around and forming integrity and the rest, they will come out and say Peter will not win this election, and so therefore we are backing Tinubu or Atiku. I have gotten to that point in my heart. So there is nothing that will happen in this moment that will disappoint me. There is nothing that will happen in this moment that will derail me. There is nobody that will come out and say, I will not do again. Even if First Lady Nefereti come out and say, I will not do again. I have gotten to that point in this movement that I believe that even they're not born that person will go come out and say, I am no longer involved. I have seen this, I have seen that, I now know this, I now know that. I have radicalized my brain to that point. So I am not disappointed if tomorrow NCS calls me on the phone and say, Saddam, I am no longer going to do violence space with you. I will not be disappointed. I will carry this I will carry this cross on my back till the very, 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 very last day of this movement. And I will come out and I'll say, yes, Saddam, you said it. So my people on this space, as we go on, over 380 of you on the space, please, I want you guys to be battle ready. I know a whole lot of us have never done this. In fact, nobody on this space can come out and say, I'm a professor. I have done this before. I have won battles. I'm the one that made Joe Biden the president. I'm the one that went to Zambia and made Zambia president. We are all fucking novice in this movement. Nobody is indispensable in this movement. Guys, know this. I'm waking you up all now. Wake up, wake the fuck up. Understand that where we are right now as a movement, that we are trying to do what has never been done before. And we must do it. Because as long as we're in agreement and say this battle is our battle, it is the people's battle. There is no one politician, their whole cartel, join all of them with their families. There are up to 1 million of them. 1 million people cannot hold 200 million people to ransom. So please understand the power you yield as a people. Understand the power we yield as a people going forward in this movement. My people, take charge of this fucking movement. I said this on our last space, it is Operation 10 votes. If everybody on this violence space gets 10 people to vote for P2B, we are closer to our goal. Going forward, activate your family, activate yourselves, do all you can, and be ready for more breaking news. Because if you think that they are not going to be breaking news, you're in for a rude shock. On our last space, I played you a video by Tinubu. His speech in that dinner, that infamous dinner that he was dancing Buga, he said something, and I quote, he said, power is not given. Power is not served like a food in a restaurant, a la carte. Power is snatched. Power is taken by force. He said, he was telling he was telling career politicians that involve governors how they intend to take back their power. And if you think you're going to be handed over this power because you're a gentleman, I talk slowly, I talk in this thing, you are not ready to take back power, by people. Wrestle mode. Enter your Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua not sabi fight again. Enter your Tyson Fury mode as you did right now. Activate that Tyson Fury in you. Be battle ready for what is coming through, my people. Thank you for always sticking with us on the violence space. I appreciate you guys always and always and always. You guys are amazing. As I always say on this movement, without you guys, me, I could just stay in my house right now. Just a chill. I'm below 2 degrees Celsius right now. It's freaking cold where I am. It's winter. I would be probably under my duvet or doing something else. But here we are today discussing about this movement. My people, you're welcome to our Saturday edition. And today we are trending 1 million crimes of APC. I'm bringing you back to focus. Yes, that is my job on this movement. Please, while you request the mic and you want to speak, I beg you, stay on our topic. I don't want you to come here and start telling me, Small Ashway they shake yesterday. Small Ashway do this yesterday. Small Ashway do that yesterday. That one as Small Ashway they shake. We have a fucking big agenda in front of us right now. If you're not ready to get focused on that, me, I go drop you with my chest. Bam! As you just open my mouth, say, I don't drop you. See yourself at economic ground. Immediately, please. We are very, very, very focused on this space. Very, very big on agenda on this space. If you're not ready for that, please, I beg you. Don't come out here and tell me what some set of irrelevant people did yesterday. Kamakazi Department of Obedient Movement have handled and dealt with them adequately. And I'm very, very proud of what happened to them yesterday. If you think you're big enough or you're bigger than the movement, we will teach you that you're not bigger than this movement. No one person is fucking bigger than this movement. And this is my platform today. And I'm saying it to my platform today, please, if you come out on this space, we are fucking sticking on the 1 million crimes of APC. Tinubu is my biggest. Tinubu is my problem. Tinubu is my problem. I cannot wake up on February 26th and say I spared 1 minute to expose Tinubu and I did not do that. That is my problem. My problem is making sure that APC don't come near power anymore. If that is not your agenda, please, and please, and please, this is not the platform for you. This platform is strictly on the 1 fucking million crimes of APC going forward. Thank you, and I yield the mic to my brother Ensis. Good evening.
Good evening, Saddam. Good evening, everybody. If there's one thing we have always warned you guys on the violence space, is that as this political season progresses, una go see things, una go hear things, but you must remain steadfast. Your eyes must remain on the goal. We all have one agenda. Peter, Obi, and Yusuf Ahmed Dati must get into Asurok. Myself, I've fought with some people in this movement. Some people have fought with me in this movement. I've misunderstood some people. Some people have misunderstood me. Many people have threatened me. I've had my life threatened. I've had threats with DSS. I'm scared of even approaching anywhere where my national passport will be submitted. But we move till February. There is nobody. I've had spiritual attacks in this movement where you will get up and you will not understand how 30 something people don't understand what you are saying. We've had all these things. But me, my own, nobody can derail me from where I'm meant to go, which is to put Peter Obi in Aso Rock. If you give me problem, I will block you. If you stress me, I will ignore you. Because I found out that the people we are dealing with are an axis of evil. They're a terrorist organization. A lot of obedience, will I call them novices to this movement or novices to politics? But even in their noviceness, they feel put person inside trouble. When Bola Ahmed Tinubu said, we have mobilized, Abi, was he the one that I saw a post about we are influencers or something? Saddam, I'm
His
not.
age. No, his age came out on
He
his
said,
age came out on I think it was Arise TV.
okay, his aide came out and said it. Yes, I know it wasn't he that said it directly. But now, look, ends. So if I wake up tomorrow and hear that Saddam, gone, this Saddam saying no, they do again, that he has always been APC or whatever, God forbid, this violence, if it not take time, I feel ask and say, come, can I continue this violence space? May you go. You want to do violence space as an APC space. Make we go start another name. They do another space. So see, now where you don't reach for me. If Mommy Bolanle, if Professor Chris woke up, look, nobody, even the ones. If I listen to every dog that barks on the side of the road, and I mistakenly do not put this man into power, and I mistakenly miss this duo from Asu Rock, every other thing is inconsequential. Bola Ahmed Tinubu, a man that you people swear is a professional at delegating duties. A man that you people swear that his own concept is, even if he knows Sabiam, he know the best people to Sabiam. Called the governor of the most terrorized states in this country, Nasiru El-Rufai, to answer a question on security. So if you think that any bright ideas that will end terrorism is going to come in the next 8 years, you are not even a joker, you are mad. They called him to talk on blockchain, the future economy. He goes and brings in person where we they see for Twitter here, where we know see this guy, no BM. Those are the people. So I've told you that the Buhari administration has played the first 11 of APC. The Fasholas and the rest, first 11. And their first 11 included Lai Mohammed and all these creatures. Their second 11 will be worse. Their first 11 included Ajuri Ngolale. Their second 11 will be Kudus as senior special assistant on media. Una de siam, una no hungry. So I've reached where, I repeat, nothing is removing my eye from the prize of putting Peter Obi in Aso Rock. I warned you people about the final Abobo. The final Abobo is coming. It shall me die that Atiku and Tinubu are going to sit down at a roundtable agreement where Tinubu will run first for president, or Atiku will run first, maybe 4 years, Tinubu as vice, and then Tinubu will do president, Atiku as vice 4 years. Because it's better they do that last agreement than Peter beats them out of the game permanently, not even just for 8 years. They don't even have 8 years in their life cycle to run this thing. So I ask again, how focused are you as a young Nigerian? If you don't have your PVC, INEC has started giving out PVC. Make this thing as a commitment. You will be shocked that it will be that your thumbprint that will be the one deciding thumbprint. Please don't miss it. Where I'm voting is far from where I currently live, but I've even booked hotel for that day because I couldn't change my registration recently. I've changed my place of abode, but I'm prepared. I've booked hotel for 3 days to be in that area on the day of election next year. How ready are you to take back Nigeria? How ready are you? Look, if I wake up today and I hear Yusuf Dati says he's no more following Peter Obi, he wants to follow Atiku. You dey hear this thing what they tell you. If I hear say Dati gone, say no, they do again. I still dey Peter Obi back. If I hear Aisha Yusufu say she no follow Peter Obi again, that she has been following Peter Obi back to back for the last 3 weeks, and let her not lie to us, she's an activist, she's just confessing, the Spirit of God has told her Peter Obi is not the man. If Aisha Yusufu say she's not following Peter Obi, I dey Peter Obi back. If Margaret, Peter Obi's wife, gets up now to do expose, tell all interview with Oprah Winfrey, stating that Peter Obi's penis is not working. Peter Obi is not a human being. He's from Sudan. He is this. He forced her on the campaign trail. She does not believe in his capacity. He's lying. If Margaret, his own wife, says she no do again, as Igbo say, Akwum Peter Obi Nazru Bam Bam. I did for him back. Because after what I've seen this week, after what Ogun State Labour has said this week, after the attacks this man has received, nothing has gingered me more to support Peter Obi. A party got up in a country where Christianity and Islam probably outnumber each other or is at par 50-50, and picked a Muslim ticket. We asked them, is it that there are no Christians in the north to balance this thing out? They said that the man was not Muslim enough, or is it that the man is not Muslim enough as a Yoruba Muslim? They gave all their excuses and picked a Muslim ticket. Now, a Christian candidate is going to church events that he has always attended every year, but they are fighting him. I don't understand these people. Do you understand witchcraft now?
N6,
But
N6, N6,
my
there's no
brother,
vex. Let it,
land
let
it,
it,
land
let
it.
it be that, he's not even he has never attended anyone. By the virtue of the fact that he's a Christian, he is allowed to go to any place he wants to enter.
I be one ask you, I be church, they
And that is
welcome
not
first
even,
timers.
and they're not trying to play revision politics here. Buhari was going to church pre-2015. Buhari went to church.
The pictures are there. You see, facts are stubborn
Buhari
things.
went to synagogue.
He go redeem.
Tinubu took him to synagogue, took him to RCCG. Buhari remove cap. Buhari comot cap, go church. Buhari.
I'm
If
losing a
Buhari can
joker.
go to church, if Peter don't go to all the churches, man, he go fight. Sele, he go water. That guy
Me,
will go.
I don't
That man
know.
will
Now
go
we are
beach.
one land. You get one guy we post say, Sele they do one end of year event. Saying they invite Peter. Him na APC boy. Him think say him they funny. He can't tell me about the mother of all celestial events. Say this one day, if he gets who be obedient,
we go so for Peter
we
White Senator.
see if he get any obedience where they go white garments. Please, I beg you, get in touch with the Peter Obi team, ping them, make them arrange how they go sew in own. No, not tell them whether he no go wear shoe from the entrance. Just tell them as he go be. I won't make Peter Obi come that to our
He has to go.
church.
He has to
He
go.
must go. He
He has to
must.
go.
He must go.
He has to
Then
go. You
Tinubu
understand?
we don't pick Muslim tickets. Make them send Keyamo as his official spokesperson will be Christian. Because you see, APC is such a demonic party They are so satanic that even when facts state that their own candidate, the current president, has pictures of himself online attending churches when he wanted to become president and never attended again. Do you know where the final Ogun killed them? Okowa now tweeted today that he went to church and gave sermon. Okowa. At least Obi then they recognize him, he go stand, wave hands, sit down. Okowa climb pulpit. Okowa climb, make una know say God dey merciful. Okowa wey dey open pensioners climb pulpit, lightning no split the ceiling of that this thing, raise am like 30 feet, drop am for ground. Okowa climb pulpit. But his Peter Obi that is that they're just recognizing is the problem. Look, let me tell you something, obedience. And this is just to drum what Saddam is saying. This movement was spiritual from when Ekweremadu condemned us and the UK government picked him up. The hand of God was inside this movement 6-7 months ago. The hand of God was
My
inside
brother,
this movement. Uh,
Essex,
eh,
very few
eh,
people saw it then.
no, that's why I always take them back because they don't remember. The hand of God was in this movement from when Peter called out the PDP for monetizing their primaries, stepping out of that primaries and getting into labor. The hand of God don't did this movement. Many of you met this movement when the thing was like lottery. So if you look the odds, it be like say Peter they high. So na can run election like sporty bets. Now how many of them are they here? Because sometimes you people's utterances, your behavior, your attitude shows that you are just here because you don't want to lose. You they look this election like a World Cup match. He be like say Argentina go beat Morocco. Make we just put money for Argentina. No wahala. Whenever you came, you are welcome. But let me tell you, the hand of God has been in this movement a long time ago. If you fall ill, fall by the wayside, or even God forbid, die, this movement will still continue. Please, I beg you guys, expect the unexpected. I've told you today that expect that there might be 24 hours to election. Yusuf Dati himself, fit talk saying no, they do again. But remember the alternative. Atiku Abubakar in power or Babulu Bulaba in power. And now I always remind you people, historical antecedents. Bola Ahmed Tinubu got into power in 1999, left power in 2007, and never released power till today. 22 years. Everybody has put into power has been his machination and his stooge. Lagos has been unable to wrestle power away from this man, and the closest we ever get under Funshaw Williams, the man was murdered in cold blood. Know your history. This is a man that if he gets into Asu Rock, when he leaves Asu Rock, even in the grave, his hand and his imprint will be on who will rule over us for at least the next 22 years. This is his political legacy. It's what he does. So, if you don't understand the consequences, be looking left and right for whether N6 is still in front of the movement for you to ginger. Be looking left and right for whether one northerner that was an influencer. Look, let me tell you, I still believe that there are many influencers in this movement that are the forefront of this movement, that they are own, they've been paid to be with this movement. Then 48 or 1 week to this movement, they will change just so that blow to our collective psyches will break us down. I still believe so. That's why when Saddam said, even if First Lady says she know they do, even if Pearl, Bishop, who all these people don't even host Peter for speech, even if they say they do, even if Saddam himself wake up one day say, six, I don't they think this Peter, you sure say IPOP, they're not right. Are you sure APC? You know, I was looking through, even if even if Nello, make a they call you now. Even if Hanatu, we say Peter Obi na her crush, that before even you people knew Peter Obi was a handsome man. Even if the verified violence space handle begin tweet APC propaganda today, Ade Peter Obi back. I don't know about you. Because water don't pass Gary. Water on top Nigerian matter don't pass Gary. 1 million crimes of APC. I will read to you what the central bank did to Nigerians this week. They have single-handedly crushed the POS business. They are telling you Nigerians that ATMs from now on will have 200 naira and below. So before we go see 500 naira and 1K, now only big boys go to get them. They have told you that you can only withdraw 20,000 naira a day from the POS. and from the ATMs.
What the fuck?
I will read that thing for you, make it no be sad a freestyle am. This is what Emefiele cooked for us barely 48 to 72 hours ago. And it flew under the radar because we are so focused on Bala Blue. When in reality, we are in the hands of these demons till May next year. 1 million crimes of APC. I yield the mic here. Saddam, I'll come back. My next submission will be on what the CBN's latest circular to Nigerians this week. You will not believe what I'll read to you. I yield.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you, guys. You're welcome to the Violence Space. We just started the space, so I indulge all of you to please, as always, retweet the space, retweet the hashtags. We have for the past 7 weeks done something incredible that have gone under the water. I don't even know, and we don't even say much about it because I think it's now it's a norm for us here. But I think we should celebrate it. We have for the past 7 weeks, we have always trended 1 million crimes of APC. It has always been on the trend map. So please, you guys deserve all the kudos. You can take your claps, you can take your hearts. I clap for you. Let me even clap for you people. All of them try, and they try where we're. You guys are too much. Thank you very much. Today is not an exception, guys. We are trending 1 million crimes of APC. When they open their phones, they will see that they are trending every Saturday. 1 million crimes of APC. My job, I keep telling people my job in this movement. Find your purpose in this movement. Stay on your purpose. Push your purpose and do all you can within your might to make sure that your purpose is achieved. My purpose in this movement is to give them high blood pressure. That is my
Bam.
purpose in this movement, and in nothing else. I don't have any other purpose. If your purpose in this movement is to do another thing, I don't know. For me. My purpose in this movement is to give them high blood pressure. Nothing else. Nothing else is my purpose in this movement, my people. So as I come up on this space every time, I tell you guys, please stay on focus, stay on point. That is my purpose. And I will keep saying it. I'll keep drumming it into your ears every day. Do not allow little things distract you. Keep pushing, keep pushing, keep pushing. And I heard that they're attacking my network. It seems people are having problems signing in and signing in. I don't understand. People are saying they can't hear me. Well, please, if you cannot hear me, please sign out and come back. Let's see if it is possible. If not, I think I should just put on my VPN right now so they cannot track my the whole network.
I found a CBN document, Saddam. Let me read you this
You will later. You
madness.
will later, my brother.
What?
Let's keep the space going on. We're going to handle that. Going forward, I just want you guys to understand my where I am right now. Where I am. Welcome, my brother Tumba. Thank you for joining us. Always a pleasure having you, my brother. Thank you for all you do for the movement.
Otumba in the
Yeah,
building.
so I just want to go one extra mile by saying, guys, my diaspora brothers and sisters here, please, I want to give you guys a challenge. Challenge yourself and say, I'm getting 10 votes for Peter. 10 votes for Peter, 10 people that you're going to mobilize, 10, if it's 10 students, know that it's 10 students that you're going to transport them that day. You pay for their transport through and through, you pay for their feeding through and through, you do everything to make sure that those 10 people vote for Peter. Find them on Twitter here. Find them in your houses. Reach out to people. Get to work. Please do not allow nonsense distract you. I am very, very big on making sure I'm focused on this movement. You people that know me, you see, I don't contribute tweets or hashtag to things that are not relevant. If my own, for me, if it is not, and I'm not saying people that are doing it are not people that are going to attack people, it's not. Please attack. Attack. Oh, if you see person saying no about Peter, I don't allow people to say I don't go to Renault's tweet. They don't say no. If your job is to go to Renault's tweet every day and attack Renault, please don't stop. Attack him as much as you can. If your job is to go to any person, do your job, do it very well. Don't stop doing your job, please. Do not stop doing your job. But also understand that every other people have their own job and their own duties in this movement. So please, as I charge on all of you, our diaspora brothers and sisters, please, Operation 10 votes. Every diaspora, and challenge yourself that I promise Peter 10 votes from diaspora. With my money, with my resources, with everything I have, I will give Peter 10 votes. Reach out to your relatives, reach out to your relations, your brothers and sisters, your friends that are back home in Nigeria. I need you to vote for Peter. What is it going to take? I need to vote for Peter. 10 people, be certain in your heart that as I'm not voting in Nigeria, I gave Peter 10 votes and leave the rest for God. Play your part in these elections. We don't have time for frivolities. We don't have time for nonsense. We just have time to focus. Because from now till I'm telling you that it's for APC. APC have agenda that they are ready to distract us with till election day. They have things that will make us focus, that will shift our focus from focusing on our principle, and we'll be talking about nonsense till election day. They have that power. And my own job is to redirect you. When you people go astray, I will use all my muscle and drag you guys back. Guys, look at the fucking big picture. The fucking big picture is to what? Get back power. Any other thing right now is irrelevant. The most relevant thing right now is how do we freaking work toward getting Peter into office? I say this all the time. I say if my tweet is not geared towards putting Peter in office, if it's towards going to make Peter lose one vote, I will not tweet it. If it's towards making that I will demoralize one or two people in this movement, I will not do it. Instead, I will just be laughing on my Twitter, or I'll be talking football Twitter, or I'll be saying something else. I try to make sure we stay focused. And if it is to attack people for Peter, attack them. I'm not telling. Please tweet and attack. Don't tell anybody. Nobody tell you that. Don't go and don't tweet this thing. Don't go and tweet to Reno. Please tweet to Reno. Block, mute, do anything you can to make sure those people are making you uncomfortable, make them uncomfortable too. But at the end of it, my people, please, eyes on the goal, eyes on the prize. The prize is in Aso Rock. And the good thing we have is that even Buhari, I'm getting this information straight from I'm telling you what I'm telling you right now is straight from the Aso Rock, it's straight from the presidency. With my chest, I say it. Buhari is going to try all his best to give us a free and fair election. Our job as a people is to make sure we do our part. Pull out our people in numbers. Push where we can push. Do all we can do. And make sure that come next year, Peter is the next president. And before I yield the mic to my brother Otumba, and we start picking up our speakers, thank you, my brother Ibrahim, the DG, the Director General, Big Tent. Congratulations on your new appointment. I see all of you on the space already.
Congratulations, Ibrahim. Well done. Glad to have you on board, brother. Well done.
I want to play you guys
you,
my
thank
state
you,
of mind. You guys understand where my mind is right now. Guys, listen.
But like this, if we beat no one come out again, you go beat them.
I will tell you.
You go beat them.
I will tell you.
Because now like this, number only hope.
I will tell
We
you.
need extra life. We go give her.
I swear.
If you need extra life, we go give her because now we don't forget any of it for this country.
100.
If we beat tell us now say, I'm not coming out again. Now beat you go collect.
I swear. Thank you, my brothers and sisters. Obi, I
On
know you're here
God,
listening.
on God.
I know you're here listening. If you come out and say you know do it, we go beat you, sir. We go drag you. We will beat your head back to you.
No
Must
cap,
do.
they no born and well,
You must do. You
They no
have
born
gotten
well.
to that point. We are radicalized to that point. Otumba, you're welcome. Good evening, my brother. How are you doing today?
good morning from my side, N6. Professor Saddam. Finally glad to be back on this space, Ibrahim. No vex to me, I just wake up. Last night was a it was a movie, but I just woke up this morning. I was like, let me get on this space. But yes, APC is in trouble this morning. Hey, congratulations, Ibrahim. I saw your name on the list. I was like, yes. At least we're getting some things very right. So let me try to reload a little bit and then I'll come give my submission later. But I know N6 was about to read something about CBN. I'm so eager and I can't wait to hear what the N6 wants to read about CBN. So yeah, let me let me ease into this slowly.
See, they won't kill us for this country,
I
Otumba. You know,
swear,
go
my
understand.
brother.
This week in the crimes of APC, I will read to you guys later on about how the current fuel scarcity, if you live in Abuja, you will bear me witness that you have been suffering fuel scarcity even before the floods. Then the floods came, and it was another excuse for more biting scarcity. We've seen videos, 2-minute videos, long videos of queues in Abuja up till today. It got so bad this week that the DSS warned the NNPC and everyone else involved, down to the petrol marketers, that this fuel scarcity should end immediately. If that is not a signal that something beyond what we can know or understand is happening, then nothing else is. But December the 6th, this week, the Central Bank of Nigeria released a document that blew everybody's mind. It was called Letter to All Deposit Money Banks and Other Financial Institutions, Naira Redesign Policy. Now, Further to the launch of the redesigned Naira and in line with the cashless policy. You see, they always bring up these dumbass policies that never really make sense and are just more about lingos and lexicons than anything else. So, in line with their cashless policy, dear Nigerians, just in case you are so concerned with Tinubu's 8-minute video that you didn't know this slipped under the radar, let me read for you. Number one, the maximum, the most amount of cash that you can withdraw over the counter by individuals and corporate organizations every week shall henceforth be 100,000 naira. Your own money. The only amount, the highest amount, maximum that you can withdraw every week in cash is 100K as a human being and 500,000 as a company. Withdrawal above this limit shall attract a processing fee of 5% and 10% respectively. I hope you're listening, Nigerians. Number two, third-party checks above 50,000 naira shall not be eligible for payment over the counter, while extant limits of 10 million naira on clearing checks still subsist. Number three, the maximum cash withdrawal per week via ATM machine shall be 100K, subject to a minimum of 20K cash withdrawal per day. You can only withdraw 20K from the ATM a day in cash. Number four, only denominations of 200 naira and below shall be loaded henceforth into the ATMs. I don't know. Are you people listening? Matter of fact, let me read
Wait,
number three again.
wait, I'm
The-
coming. Answer. Do you know
Hey,
that this means total debt to POS business?
it's a wrap. It's a
God.
wrap, Sadam. It's a wrap. 5%
And it's not just POS. There's so many bottlenecks for small businesses. Like you
for
just
small business. Exactly. You absolutely get it. Okay, now this week, my mechanic helped me fix my car. I had an issue with my fuel pump. All this adulterated fuel actually affected my fuel filter. So he serviced my fuel filter, and most of the things he bought were little items that you can only buy in cash from the service shops and like in Sandfield in Victoria Island where they sell car parts. So he buys a fuel filter for 2.5, buys this one for 5K, buys this one. Everything ended up at 22,000 naira. Now, my my mechanic does not use a smartphone, so he does not have an app. Even if I transfer the money to my mechanic, 22,000 to my mechanic, he cannot go to the ATM and withdraw 22,000. He will withdraw 20,000 and share that money in cash to buy what he needs to buy. Or I would then have to follow my mechanic to every single place he's buying things from and then do, according to the cashless policy of CBN, transfer 2.5 here, 1.5 here, this 5 here, that 5 here, then maybe pay him his 5K for workmanship. Remember, the minimum withdrawal per day used to be 100,000 naira from the ATMs. It has currently been reduced to 20,000 naira. Number four, only denominations of 200 naira and below shall be loaded into the ATM. So even the 20,000 naira you're going to get will be in 200 nairas, which is 100 pieces, 200 nairas, and this is what they're telling you will be in the ATM. So where are we going to see 500 and 1,000 naira notes? I don't know. The maximum cash withdrawal via POS terminal shall be 20,000 naira daily. Otumba, this is where they bury POS business immediately. The maximum cash withdrawal via POS, point of sale terminals, shall be 20,000 naira daily. This is number five. Now, in number six, in compelling circumstances not exceeding once a month, where cash withdrawals above the prescribed limits for legitimate purposes, such cash withdrawals shall not exceed 5 million naira and 10 million naira for individuals and corporate organizations. Please, Nigerians, if we do not kill APC, APC will kill all of us. If we do not kill APC, APC will kill all of us. I don't think you understand that even if you have 1 billion naira in the bank, you are only allowed 20K a day from the ATMs. What is the CBN trying to tell all of us? They know that there's a vast majority there. In politics, they say it. How many percent of the North has smartphones? How many percent of the South has smartphones? How many people even have banking apps in their phones, even right here on this space? And you talk about a cashless policy. Do you understand the country you live in? The United States is a fully cash economy, the United States will never get up and be pursuing a rigorous cashless policy because they realize the dollar is everywhere around the world and in abundance in the US. The US never gets up on any day to start telling people how to spend their money. This is absolute madness. A lot is seeping through the cracks while we focus on the political season. Emefiele needs to be stopped. And if we're not careful, Bola Ahmed Tinubu might bring him back for 8 more years. Please, I beg of you, take these elections very serious. As we move forward, from the ATMs, you'll be receiving 200, 100, 50 naira. You no more see 500 and 1,000. You can only withdraw 20K from POS. You can only withdraw 100,000. And you can only take 20K a day from the ATMs. I yield.
Hmm. You know, most times, when I say this stuff that if we don't kill APC will kill us. It looks like you're being you're too vulgar, you're too radical, you're no Saddam. You should no. We have been
Sadam,
saying this.
what does this have to do with our economy? Like,
Wait. There's even
what?
a part of that is saying your bank you have to get permission to if you draw more than 100K per week without the
Yes,
5% penalty.
yes.
I mean, I don't get me wrong. Oh, there are limits on withdrawal, but on certain things,
I have
transactions.
shoes more than 100,000 naira. So if I
Okay,
want to buy them, I will tell my bank that I want to buy a pair of shoes for. I don't like. I don't get
this is complete government takeover of a country. This is
it.
some.
Then look at who you now want to give power. You now want to take this
Hey,
power and give it to someone that has been waiting for something like this. That as you are like
The
this
tax
now.
king, the
Oh my
tax
god.
man.
The taxman himself. Let's get people into the conversation. Let's not hold the mic for
Ha!
long.
Omo, they go collect IGR from Nigerian style.
It's finished. It's
Bro,
finished.
these POS people, they are all in tears, brapa. Do you know,
this is beyond
bro?
taxation. This is indirect taxation because if you look at that 5%, it's indirect taxation, and I believe the Nigerian
Exactly.
banks will take that 5% every time they need to. This is indirect taxation of people. This is what
And
they're.
these are people that are already collecting 150 naira if you withdraw 3 times from an ATM that is not yours in a month. They're
Wow.
already collecting this money in little corners. So what is 5% on any transaction above 100K? Bro, 100K. We drink more than 100K. If 4 people sit down in any bar in Nigeria, more than 100K will go down. Complication of payment starts. Will all 5 of you go to the ATM with 1111 card and bring out this, or will you transfer it to the bank, transfer to transfer, which we all know is also another problem because network they fuck up. So maybe the transfer no go, you go come begin stand for there. What as in, bro?
Oh,
Cashless policy, we've not sorted out internet.
you never sort out internet. You don't have light.
We
You don't
don't
have
even
the
have
There's no
light.
even
What our
education.
light
you don't have
first?
the basic things to that is you see APC here. That's why APC will tell you can't you see that there's also first casting in Ghana. There's first casting here. They know how to compare nonsense. They know how to do that. They are also shooting in
God
America.
bless you, because these idiots will bring up US has withdrawal policy, but they will forget to mention that we also have light. We have
Thank you. They forget
broadband.
all these things. They're not telling you the ones that they compare the nonsense. Oh my God, APC cannot be. If you're supporting APC by this time,
Bro, go and read the document, everybody. It's on the Jumbotron.
you will
And
cry
please tell
blood.
us
You will
how we
cry blood.
navigate
APC will
our
cry blood.
lives moving forward.
Let's bring in people to the conversation. And this policy came out 3 days ago. 3 days ago, and I'm not even. I heard about it, but it just flew under the water like nothing really happened. Guys, please, let's stay focused on this goal. Oh. These people are these guys. This is their job. This is what they live for. APC live for distractions. That they will distract and find this man will want to use back door and enter Sorok.
So they say that they are redesigning Naira. The redesign is going to help the economy. It will boost this one. People have been returning money. So what is this further chokehold
They want
of
to kill the
people's money?
economy. They want to kill the economy. Let's allow people speak. Let me take a cue, please.
Kai.
Let me take a cue. I'll do a guy and a lady, a guy and a lady. Welcome, my brother, the Director General of the Big Tent. It is good to have you on the space one more time. Ibrahim Abdul Karim, you. I'm happy that you're one violence. You came here, we radicalize you, and you have gotten your fair share of being radical. Thank you for what you do for the movement. Also, you're welcome on space today. Good evening. How are you doing today, bro? Ibrahim, are you there? Can anybody hear me?
We can hear you perfectly. Ibrahim probably stepped out for a second. Let's pick
Yeah,
somebody
he
else.
was waving. He was waving. I saw it. Probably
Yeah.
he needed to talk that moment. But let me take my sister Hanatu. Then I'll come back to Ibrahim if she's not ready. If he's ready. Hanatu, good evening. How are you doing today, my sister? Is it afternoon or morning where you are?
Hi, Hanato. Welcome.
Hi N6, hi Saddam, hi Otumba. It's morning, but I was today. I'm just in at
What's the
home,
what's
and I'm
what's the
so
what's
happy,
the
so I was
temperature
able to
over there?
tune in. Just 34
Fahrenheit.
degrees Celsius.
Oh, Celsius. Oh my God.
Celsius or
On
Fahrenheit, please.
Celsius.
Celsius.
Lie.
Don't wanna die, I swear.
Me, I never understood, and I dey complain.
Honestly, somehow you just kind of get used to it. I think you just dress up, go do your work, you don't pay attention to it, right? You
My
just
Nigerian AC is 16 degrees. The room, they won't kill me. Oh my goodness. Minus
honestly.
34. Dear Lord.
Honestly, I'm in one of the cold areas, so well, but we thank God. Been doing this for how many years? Honestly, thank you so much. So good to be here, and for the first time I joined really early. I was like, oh my God, so this is what I missed at the beginning, but I was so happy. And always, think with your emotions. You do this. I'm one of those people that would freak out. I think that's one of the things that initially drew me to violence space because in the beginning, me, I've always been a Peter person from day one, like even before anything. So I needed a place where, in fact, that's one of the things that kept me on Twitter because Facebook was so annoying. I couldn't understand. It got to a point where I didn't want to see anything outside Peter and all those permutations. In the beginning when he had just moved to Labour Party, then I came to Twitter, then I found Violence Space. Then Violence Space, I'm not even exaggerating, has become my strength. Violence Space has become a place where it's more than Saddam is more than being radicalized. It has made me realize how much I love my nation and how much I have not even known. N6, you're just one kind of person I can't even understand. Your depth of the kind of I can name people here that have learned so much from. This is not propaganda. I've learned to think of things with facts and not just emotions. So whereas before I would have political arguments from an emotional side, from an emotional point of view, where I want people to see things like, can't you see this is happening? Can't you see this? But now I'm radicalized to the point where I'm giving out facts, like, and I'm not crying when I'm talking, and I'm looking at people in their faces and I can say what I can say. And that's one of the things that this place has done to me. Then finally, I just wanted to say on a lighter mood before I put my submission. For the first time, I just realized that on the emoji on the on Twitter emoji, there's actually a plunger. I never knew that there was a plunger, and I started laughing, and I said, "Oh my God!" And I was just going to make a tweet now that what violence space is like a place where they plunge all the declogged heads and everything that tries to block, a smooth flow for a political transition and a revolution in Nigeria. So back to my submission, the 1 million crimes of APC. What is pissing me off the most right now is the shamelessness of APC, any APC candidate or APC people right now. Let's even look at those in power. Let's say, okay, the present people in government right now, right? They have to defend their rubbish. But the shamelessness that APC candidates have not to be able to admit the failure of Buhari's government, that thing is the one that I can't even wrap my head around. When before these elections, I was thinking, I was saying, what would these people campaign with? What would these people? But the brazen shame, I can't. I've never seen that kind of shame in my life. In my life, for everything that I'm posting on Twitter or anywhere, I will be able to stand by those values 50 years from now. But I can't understand. from whoever to anybody. The shamelessness is just too much. One of the painful crimes of APC for me is that as Nigerians, we went through 7.5 years, we're still going through them, of Lai Mohammed, of the likes of Garba Shehu, of the likes of Femi Adesina, of all these rubber stamps that have been speaking to us in the place of our own president, that have no human empathy, that are rude, they are recalcitrant, they are callous, they are, oh God, they have no pity, they lie. Then now, we now come again and we are seeing another, I don't care, cabal or whoever form, the likes of the Nasser El Rufai, the likes of the people around, we're seeing that before our own eyes, 2 eyes, and we are saying that we've now coined it into another slogan that this is how a team works. Team, kill them there. God forbid that team in Jesus' name. What kind of thing is this? We've seen a place where, God rest his soul, what's the name, that died of COVID. We saw in fact, you know what? Cabal even sounds like a good description as to how these people have treated us. A government that right up till now, there's some, you know what? Buhari was so incompetent that there were some agencies that for years did not have a head. Then even when they will appoint, sometimes the person is dead. Then, it's just pathetic. I can't even explain it. Then another crime of APC that pains me to my bones is how they have further widened the gap between the rich and the poor. Like they've widened it, It's so I can't even explain it, to the point where some people that were feeling like, oh, maybe we're the middle class or something, they're now poor. They're now poor. It pains me when I see people who have legitimate jobs. When you're talking about legitimate good jobs in Nigeria, you're looking at maybe, doctor, lecturer. My father is a lecturer. My mother is a professor. Their money is rubbish. It's rubbish. People cannot afford healthcare. People cannot eat well. People are just taking to hold body and survive. And the usual Nigerian thing, to just smile and do this. This government has done it. This government has rubbished education like never seen before. I've never seen anything like that. They've rubbished education to the point. See, public schools are next to not even existing, let's put it that way. And then to think that billions have been spent in the name of school feeding. School feeding is a lie. School feeding is a lie. If there were any children that were fed, it was the ones that were going to be used for camera. For heaven's sake, even if there is school feeding, to have a government that will gather children in a class, my God, and put rice on paper for them like they are dogs. Like they are dogs. These our parents today, when they were being fed in school, my mother said they used to give them cubes of milk in school. Did they give them on paper? Did they give them inside a leather? Did they give them? These children are treated like, who treats their dog like that? And they put it on TV and they are proud about it. They're proud about it. A government that has majority of northern people there. Majority of northern people, and I say this with my full chest, a government that has a majority of northern people. For the first time, I have seen northern people come out with their full chest and beat their chest and say, yes, our people, we don't have internet, our people, they don't listen to social media, our people, we control them. Can you imagine? APC government showed the wickedness of northern politicians, the wickedness of the ruling class of the northern people. God would disgrace them. God would disgrace them. He is using us. He will use other people to disgrace them. It's such a shame. A generation of people that got education, that got feeding, that Nigeria looked after them. They didn't pay anything. They got railway, they got everything. Today, they are proud of Almajiri system. They are proud that there's no internet. They are proud of what is going on. Even when anybody is trying to tell their story, the true story of the people in Zamfara, they cover it up. This government has failed. And then finally, whether finally or this government has killed how should I put it now? Like, it's as if they've numbed us. That's the one that pains me the most. It's as if they've numbed us. When I hear people trying to say, but like as if, but this one is no. They failed in every way. Anybody that doesn't treat you like a human being, anybody that doesn't have empathy for you, that person has finished you as a human being. They finished you. I will leave many points for other people to say. In just to round up, I want to say something about Tinubu in particular. You know, when he went to that Chatham House and did that disgrace, when he did the video and the Buga dance and all of that and everything, my heart that day I was holding. I said, it's my husband that understands how emotional I get. I can't not I will not Nothing will give me heart attacks. That I will just go into prayer mode. I said, Lord, you're the one that disgraces the proud. Look at the cry of your people. Look at the cry of dead people. Do you know? Yeah. Do you people know how many people in Jos, in Medukuri, in all of these people are buried in shallow graves? Do you realize that since APC government, in fact, since forever, have you ever heard a time where anybody was killed by bandits, apart from the people who were killed in the train? Have you ever heard, do you remember the name of anybody that was killed? We don't name our dead. We don't name our dead. We name them as numbers. My people, we name them as numbers. Those of us who are in Europe, in all these countries, you will go to parks, you will see how names of people are mentioned. Names are written. And that is why, whether I don't like, I don't support IPOB and all these things, I like the fact of how Igbo people have been intentional about remembering their dead, about remembering people who died for them. We must remember. We have to remember these people have names. They are human beings like us. They were fellow Nigerians like us. And we must learn to remember them. And finally, I just want to say that's why when I saw his Buga dance and what he was saying and everything, I said, oh my God, look at this. The emperor's new clothes, that story. Look at it. People around him dancing and clapping for him. Hey, you have a new suit. You have a new. They will be disgraced. They are the only ones that Tinubu and his team are the only people seeing that new suit that they've sewn for him that he's wearing. Every other Nigerian's eye will be cleared. He will come for that election. He will live long because they will need to see how they failed that election with a landslide in a very, very painful way. God will do it for us. And the hard work we are doing will come to fruition. Finally, just to support what Saddam said, for those of us in diaspora, me, I thank God, I even have more than 10 votes. But there's something else I realized that you can do during this Christmas. I want to give you an idea. You can do some personal projects on your own with family members. Don't even say, oh, this support group. Family members, direct. I just realized a cousin of mine was chatting with me, and she's a tailor. So I was just chatting with her. I said, how far now? This your sewing thing, this. And she was gisting me of how she's busy, everything. Then I just say, come on, I feel bless your business. You can make like 30 what do you call it, this aprons for selling. Say, auntie, I can do it too. And she was so happy. I said, oh my God. And the price she even gave me and everything was amazing. So you see, she's going to make that, and then a family member will share and things like that. So you can do many things for Christmas. As you're sending money for Christmas, as you're sending clothes for Christmas, be intentional and make them know that this is because of this is to ginger them to vote for Peter Obi. I yield the mic, and thank you for giving me this time to vent.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you very much, my sister. Thank you.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Thank you. Hope you got it off your chest.
thank you.
Yes,
Thank you.
thank you.
It's always a privilege having you on our spaces. Thank you for this extra idea. Guys, diasporans, this election, our election, you don't see person where they minus 35 degrees. And we grew up in Jos, so we where they Jos, we grew up for Jos. We know how school take day for Jos. We love cold normally. You understand? But when I see minus 35 degrees, guys, Nigerians are living in strange places just to survive. We are like the biblical Jews scattered around the whole world, except our own home. So please put your money where your mouth is. Do things for yourself. This time is not the time of supporting support group. Push people. Go out there. Mobilize your family members. Let's get these votes coming in. As always on this platform, every diasporan at least minimum of 10 votes. You have over 10 family members to stop being diaspora. Do something. All right, since your hands are up, but I think let's try and clear. We have a whole lot of speakers requesting for the mic. Let's
No, no
run,
wahala, no wahala. Let's
let's
stop. I
run
just
like
wanted
three
to. There were some
three
things I
straight.
wanted to
Please, if
chip
you're
in.
up here, your hands should be up, please, so we can put you on the queue. Um, in the meantime, I'll take a lady, a guy, a lady, a guy. Oladipo, my brother, good evening. How are you doing today? And I see all of you requesting for the mic, please. I'm going to come to all of you. He's going to get to all of you. Please just be patient with us. Oladipo, how are you doing today? Good evening.
How you doing?
I did, my brother. Good
Saddam,
evening. How are you doing now?
can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Go on. How are you doing today, bro?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. Go on.
Yeah, good afternoon, my people. How are you this afternoon? I hope all of you are doing well. Thank you for the mission. Thank you for the vision. Thank you for what you're doing. Saddam, I really hail you and respect you. Otumba, 2 hands day off for my girl. I greet this afternoon. Thank you for what you do. Sizo, we love you. We appreciate you. You see, I want to appreciate Lamine. Lamine has been the power woman. She be my area mama. No try am o. Anybody wey just think say if you talk anyhow go collect anyhow. I greet everybody on the space this afternoon. The 1 million crimes of APC. How many things can we talk about? Let me tell you a small story. I'm not even looking at APC from the center. I'm looking at APC in my state. When Benga Daniel was the governor of Ogun State, Benga Daniel felt the pains of the civil servants. Because let me tell you something, Ogun State is a civil servant state. He felt the plight of the people, and he knew that people suffer daily when it comes to having a shelter over their heads. So what he did was that he first commissioned the building of an estate. These places I'm mentioning, please, you people can Google or find out or ask people that lives in Ogun State.
Go
He
and verify.
Yes, he commissioned an estate in Ashiro Estate. They built those houses. When they were selling those estates, I don't think any of those houses was up to 1 million naira. I don't think so, because I know people who bought. They built that. They built another estate in Idiroko. They built in Ijebu-Ode. They built in Shagam. He went to Ladering. He started building estates in Ladering. When they finished Ladering, they moved to Olokuta. There is a place called Olokuta. I can tell you for a fact, the shell they built in Olokuta, they built those houses with clay. Clay. I don't know whether you understand what I'm saying. Not concrete bricks, so clay bricks. They will finish the house, so they will roof the house. They did not put ceiling, they did not put windows, and they were selling those shells for 3.5 million, 2.5 million on a full plot. On a full plot. I don't know if you understand what I'm trying to say. Not all these plots where they measure for Lagos, so full plot. By the time Benga Daniel left, and this man came, Amoson, the first set of estates he built was sold for not less than 70 something million naira. And those houses, they looked like a chicken coop, because those houses were very small. There was no space. They were attached duplexes that gave you no space. So your house, your entire house is built on a small space. So many people CFO that they've gotten for a long time just because this man wanted money from them. They revoked those CFOs. So many people land were collected due to road construction. Till today, those people did not get their money. Till today, I can tell you, Amosun has collected all his pension and whatsoever. I know civil servants that were working for the last 35 years, that retired, that has not gotten their pension. These people are just evil. This man said he was constructing 1 kilometer with 1 billion naira. A kilometer of road. By the time he was leaving, 3/4 of Ogun State roads were half done. By the time this man was leaving, he was trying to install a stooge. But Ogun State people said no. At the end of the day, we need to realize and decide that whatever we do, however we do what we do, we must never let these people come back into power. Because let me tell you something, it will be the end of Nigeria. We cannot allow APC to get back into power. That is just within my own vicinity. Imagine all these demonic policies. You were talking about just POS. Have you considered the fact that there are some market women that they do not even have bank accounts? And these women sell pepper of not less than 600,000 naira per day. These women, they do business of well over 200,000 naira per day. And they don't have bank accounts. The only thing they do is that the moment they finish, before they finish the market, they will have done over 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 ajo, all these thrift and cooperative society. So by the time they are going home, they are only going home with just a small portion of what they want to use, maybe to buy food or to buy this. And these people are making a policy that the maximum you can withdraw is 20K. Let me tell you something. The plan of APC is to make sure that everybody remains poor so that they can keep winning the election and keep everybody in the perpetual state of poverty. And like I've said, God will never let affliction to rise again in Nigeria. Tinubu is an affliction. And if you love yourself, you see, all those things wey happen yesterday, I don't even deal, as in, I talk my own. But you see, let me tell you, make anybody, even make Peter Obi self come out today, say he no do again. We go load them. The kind loading, you know the kind loading where they reset brain.
Loading, loading.
As in, the kind loading. You see this thing, Sizzle, let me ask you this question. You know all these things where they talk, say when they slap you, they see stars. You know, say that thing are true. That star go
Yes,
just
now.
play,
Yes.
it go play come for your front. Now that kind loading. So I don't send anybody. Everybody, make they collect money. But we are doing a bit, and we'll make sure that Peter Obi is in office. We cannot continue like this. Me, I no fit chop roasted corn. I no fit chop roasted corn. I no get it again, sef. I no fit chop roasted corn. So please, whatever you are doing, you better think of your children, your children's children. Because a time is coming that if we don't change the trajectory of this country, I hope we will not see paper on the ground. We go call am money. Ojú tó bá máa bá ní kalẹ̀ kì í tàárọ̀ ṣe pin. The eye that will last you till evening will not start bringing out mucus in the morning. Now, wetin I wan tell you, and my Yoruba people, you know, say all of that. You see, a lot of people are hammering me now. He's against his tribe. He's shaking the. Me, I no send you. I no send you. If I cannot call out my people, who should I call out? Shey na Saddam I wan go call out, or na who? Which language I wan take tell them? I go talk am for the language wey all of una hear. Ẹ ronú yín o. Ẹ má jẹ́ kó fi búrẹ́dì kò mí yín lómi ọbẹ̀ lọ o. Make person no carry one agege bread, come carry all the soup wey dey inside that plate o. I dey tell you now, because it will get to a point you think this man is going to work for you. He's not going to work for you. Okay, he's not going to work for you. He's going to work for his pocket. So, as I yield my mic, Yoruba, Rono, thank you. I yield my mic.
Thank you very much, my brother Oladipo. Thank you for always coming with the whole fire. Thank you very much. Ibrahim, how are you doing today, sir?
Thank you, Saddam. BP said that we should bring you back to Lagos during elections. So I'm still monitoring your movement.
Tell him to calm down. Ibrahim, we can't hear you. Your voice is
Can you hear me now?
yeah, better. Go
Yeah.
on.
Sadame is a private jet.
I
You
think.
get private jet. I mean, send that for dinner. Make I just come chill. Christmas
Oh,
with
I think he will send one for you so that we can bring you. He really wants to see you here so that we will do the fight together. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Cecil, Otumba, all the big family. Somebody tell me, DG now, are you going to keep on going to that? It's violent space. You are DG now. You're not supposed to be there. And that's where I started from, and that's my family, and that's where I even get the confidence and also refill my distance, my tank of to go and chase these people to make sure that I get this. And so I said, this is my place. There's nothing that I can't go anywhere. Time to time I have to pop into violent space. At least me too, I get this where I get my own inspiration and say, let me say, and this is people that I think one of the best space that you can come and make sure that at least yes, you are where you are, you belongs to this movement, you are doing what you're supposed to do and feel happy about yourself. So why would somebody, even if this PO is supposed to use another hand to just enter, just listen, because even from here he will get the direction where all of us are going. So thank you. Just keep it up. Don't stop. Don't pull up your gears. We really need this space. We need this Twitter space. We need everything that we need for us to win. Thank you. Having said that, I just want to talk about what Cecil discussed about the issue of this cashless policy, which I think nobody in his senses will think of this. What I'm just going to give you is that we have getting to almost 500 major cattle markets in the north. Out of this 500, that we have almost 20 major ones. Woodil, we have Mekatari, we have Woodil, we have Sheme, we have Patiskon, and these are places that we transport. If you are on this route, Kaduna Abuja Expressway, for example, you see the number of trucks carrying cows to the south. Each cow, a small cow, baby cow, costs 80,000 naira. Baby, the one with the Cecil go carry and put for head. That one 80,000 naira. So think of the big one where they sell 700,000, 1 million. These are market. How are these people going to do their transaction? How? And these are cows. We are taking about 6,000 cows in a day. 6,000 cows to the south in a day. Just somebody, we are here, we are all educated. Please, let somebody do the math for us. 6,000 cows in a day, every day. Smallest one, 80K. Big one,
6
1
billion
million.
naira.
This is what you are telling these people to do using, what are they going to use to sell their cows? We don't talk about goats. We don't talk about rams. That sheep. Do the calculation, do the math. So I don't even know how they think. I don't know what they want to achieve. I don't know what they want to do. If you say sit down, you say, you just handing over country to these people. They don't even know what is governance. Government is about people, to make people's life easy, protect their lives and property. You just saw my tweet. Adam Garba was shouting that Peter Obi's iPod, blah, blah, they kill people. Is Peter Obi in charge of government today? Somebody sworn to protect those people in the southeast. It's somebody's duty. It's not Pierre's duty. It's not anybody contesting for election. But you can see how they twist our thinking, twist our mindset, thinking somebody was since yesterday that incident in Enugu, people in the north are just saying it. In ESN, IPOP has killed, and 3 days ago, you know how many people were killed in the north? Do you know last 2 weeks I was telling you how many villages they sacked in Zuru? But we didn't say anything. We just keep quiet. Everybody just keep quiet. When it's happened, then everybody will start saying, okay, this man is about this man. This is somebody that has sworn in, is in government. Now, how will it be APC today? How will APC tell you I'm coming to rescue you from APC? The same government. You dey government, you dey complain. Okay, assume it's Mr. Peter Obi that is doing the crime. What is your work as a government? To go and arrest him. You can't fail and now put your blame to somebody. First 4 years, you are complaining about PDP 16 years of government. You carry your own this season. Now your own complaint. Now Peter Obi. I see Reno from day before yesterday to today. It's only Peter Obi's picture and drama that he's the talk. He not even get anything. He not get what they call it, principal. He not get anybody. His only one major problem is Peter Obi. You that say these people are just on Twitter, and we agree say we did Twitter. You say now only 4 of us. We agree saying that only 4 of us. You say we no go win. You say we agree we no go win. What's your problem with us? Sell your candidate now. There is no job in this world that
Sell
for
their
somebody to tell
manifesto.
you. Sell your manifesto. And there is no greatest wicked job to be given in this world than for somebody to tell you to go and sell a piece. Because you'll be confused. Like, for example, look at the tweet now that the Mugaraba is now trying to. He wants to now link what happened to Pio. What do Pio with what is happening? Is he a governor? Is he part of this government? But still, they want to now you see, they asked Fanika yesterday, they said, why is your principal better? He start ranting that PO give Hausa people ID card. PO, he start bringing, shall we simple question ask you, why is your principal better? Talk about your principal now. You just talking everything. Even somebody now, if he has somebody smell for his mess inside his house, it's in a Peter. Anywhere you go to, it's in a problem, na Peter. It's in a obedience. Everywhere, if you see somebody for traffic do something, it's in a obedience. Everything. Is it our fault to say we want a new Nigeria? Is it our fault to say we want to collect our country? Is it a fault?
Yeah, bro.
I don't know why these people. Sometimes I just sit down for my house and say, waiting be our problem now. Allow us to create a new Nigeria for you. And somebody asked me when I went to that AIT program, I said, we already did PDP now. It's not even a question now to somebody start talking about PDP. It's not even a question because we have done PDP. That one is done and dusted. That's the creation of APC is just because we want to take care of PDP. That's just what happened. That one is already done and dusted. That one is already finished. Now come back to APC now. That's the problem we have now. Okay, we gave you assignment from 2015. The assignment is still there in your hand. You don't do anything. We saying you go market, you don't go buy anything. You know, even the way we give you my go market, you don't lose them. Now you come to look us with 444 trillion naira debt. Just look at our face and say, okay, just bring us. Come on, not that to bring you back on a very reasonable person. You bring you back on Tinubu. That's even what makes me like I want to die. You see, if you want even say, okay, pardon us, we have done wrong. Please, we have this very clean best. I know you say after Buhari, please, Nigerians, whether na juju they do us, whether na they carry us go Babalao or what thing they do, all of us now go just the inside one spell that you just carry us like this, can't give Tinubu to help us solve the problem of Buhari. Add with that one of PDP 16 years. Even madman, if you just go to your area, just do this explanation to any madman. Madman will understand. Say, if we do that one now, us mad pass himself. So we go school now. We have done all that we need as people. There is nobody that can use emotional blackmail on us. This change must come. It's life and death. If somebody, by being a governor, can buy judgment, can install governors, can pay people to be in INEC, to monitor INEC, can bring hackers to hack government agencies, you now take your
Can burn
presidency
high
and
court.
dash that person. You, person, we no get army, we no get DSS, carry NC Olomo and his people, arrange his own army, they beat people. Now you want hand over police, give an army, give an navy, give an everything. Just give that person. Are we mad? This thing? Just go, just look them in the eyes and say, "What do you think we are? What do you think we are?" I think the poor person has suffered enough. We Nigerians have suffered enough. We have seen what 20 years means to a lot of countries. This is 24 years after this democracy that somebody is even telling us that he's the one that brought the democracy for us, so we should just give him vote. This is 24 years. 24 years, we are still dragging for light, still dragging to eat food with the vast land that we have. If you carry your car from Abuja, you reach Binikabi, Sadem, you know, go see tractor working anywhere in the farms during the rainy season. One tractor, you know, go see. You go to Morocco, before you land in Casablanca, look through your window, see the vast land in desert that have turned them into farms. But we're here with all the gold, rare minerals that we have in this country. But Nigeria, ordinary Nigerian cannot buy food, cannot go to school, cannot go to hospital. And then everybody is telling us we should just keep quiet. In his own words. And that video that you see, somebody said, a leaked video that he said, do or die, that this thing is not served as a la carte in the restaurant. It's not a leaked video. It's a video done purposely just to harass us, to harass Nigerians, to show Nigerians that they are going to do violence. It's the same that video that he did when he said Emile Con in this thing. It's the same style. And many of this thing will come. They will see leak, lie. They will slaughter people. They say leak video of APC people slaughtering people. Not be leak, oh. They just want to threaten everybody and blackmail everybody. That's their new idea. Another thing they are using on us is that if you're having rally, they will go to a rally. First thing, they will go to enter a rally. They will do video when people are trying to arrive. They will carry the voice on when Peter already reached. They will join them. They will say, this year our rally in Taraba, nobody came. We are all aware. We are not fools. Go down this place that we are. Let's say people just drop your occupation or what you do for living. Just do it here, Sadem. We are not fools. Everybody here knows what he's doing. We have gone through school. We are having life. We know where some of us here have traveled wide. We have seen what life is all about. Somebody cannot just come and just drop us and start looking at them like see, not be 1 million crimes. So them, this one are billions crimes. These people, we don't go grill. I'm telling you, I yield my mic. Thank you for listening to me, sir.
Thank you very much, my brother Ibrahim. Thank you. You know, it's always I think it's always a master class with you. NC, please can you mute? Thank you
Yeah, it
very
was a
much.
mistake. Let me.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you. It's always a pleasure having you on our spaces. Thank you for being a voice for the movement. I know how it was difficult those early days, convincing you, bringing you on board. And I'm happy to say, yes, the violence space. One of our prodigies is the Director General of the Big Tent. It is a privilege for the space. It is one thing that we have done here. Thank you very much. Let's get a lady. Anita must vote P2B. This one, your name alone first now. All right, Ibrahim want to say so. Ibrahim, you want to say something? You're
But I'm
okay.
not saying anything. I'm just
Uh,
congratulating you. Thank
okay, thank you very much. Anita must vote P2B. Must. It's a must.
Sada, how far?
Uh,
Sizo, Otuba. Good, good evening. Good evening, everybody. Savik, Ibrahim, Zari, Yusuf, Joe Obedient. Good evening, everybody. Every obedient on this space. Um. So as this is Sizo. Man, you were just in my heart. But you know, in this Nigeria, there are some news that when they bring out, there is a bit of opera. People talk, then the news fizzles out. Then at the end of the day, it blows up. They would not start acting like, ah, we did not know. The biggest news we're not talking about is what the chief of army staff said last week about politicians pressuring the army to come into this election. Why are we not talking about that? The fighting. That's our rivals. They no get shame. They no get shame. So that is like, remember the person we are fighting. When Atiku came out to say Tinubu desperately wanted to be his VP, we laughed. When they said the same thing about how he was desperate to be Buhari's VP, we laughed. Now he has gotten that opportunity to be on the ballot, and the army, they are coming out to say this. We're seeing the vote buying under our noses, under the guise of essays.
No, I already had that. We'll discuss it. The army said this on December 8th. The CBN circular
No,
was
it came out.
December 6th.
It came out on our space on Thursday. I said it on our space on Thursday. That was I got the breaking news
Yeah,
in my
yeah.
DM that day. I just said it, but we're going to talk about it on this space today. Well, Anita, that's all about what we're discussing today. But
My
my sister, go on.
goodness. Continue.
That's really like when I woke up this morning, I'm like, we have to talk about that. We have to talk about that because if they are pressuring the army to do this, we already know the people that can do this. Is this APC people? APC, they have nothing to campaign about. And that is it. They have not, like Ibrahim was saying, I watched that show of shame yesterday. I just had to mute my TV because this guy was just spitting in the studio. Sell your candidate, you cannot sell your candidate. They have nothing to talk about. They are coming online crying that Obi is dividing Nigeria. Obi has a balanced ticket, a Christian and a Muslim on his ticket. A Christian going to church is dividing Nigeria with religion. Every wise politician knows that you have to rally your strongest base. And this is what this wise man is doing. Because Obi is the wisest politician in Nigeria. This is what he is doing. So I don't know why they are crying. Ibrahim, please, like I told you early on, please join this our movement. I'm so glad. Congratulations on this big job. Congratulations. You are the kind of people we need in government. But right now, what we need you to do for us too is to be posting pictures of Daddy going to mosque. Because these are tears. We need it. Okay? The north, we need to water the north. Now there's Hamatan. We need it. They should cry more. So please, Saddam, this is what we have to discuss. Obedience, this is what we have to be talking about. Since they are pressuring the army, we also have to be letting the international communities know what these our politicians, these APC evil people, these people that has removed food from our mouth. Today, a bag of rice is 50,000 naira. Small chicken that early this year, I will go to the market, I will buy 4,000. Today, I went to buy chicken. Saddam, that chicken I used to buy 4,000 is 9,000 naira. 9,000 naira. So people that are earning 20,000, 50,000, they will not eat Christmas this year. Please, everybody, this is the thing on our hand now. Let us keep on tweeting about it. This election will win this election. February is ours. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you.
Hey, thank you very much, my sister Anita. Honestly, I was trying to make a tweet about this right now, guys. I think that's exactly what I was saying earlier on about APC and their game of distractions. I fell for APC once in the space of all this campaigning. I have fallen for APC's tricks, and I fell once, and I swore to my life that I will never fall again. I will never fall again. And the particular one I fell for was that the one that Tinubu came out after the drug bust. Do you guys understand the amount of crime that happened this year? You found the biggest drug boss in Nigeria's in Africa's history, I dare say, in Lagos. All of a sudden, 2 days later, they're telling us that the drug was burnt. Tinubu went to visit, the NDLA chairman today. The next day, they burnt the drugs. 3 days later, Tinubu has traveled out of Nigeria to London. 4 days later, they're telling us that Tinubu is dead. Next thing, everybody's not trending. Where is Tinubu? Where is Tinubu? Tinubu come back. Tinubu this, Tinubu that, Tinubu this, Tinubu that. We now totally forgot that the biggest drug case in our history, the biggest drug bust in our history happened. We forgot totally of that mission. Nobody tweeted about that stuff again. It died out of the media.
I was insulted
We we
because I asked
we,
questions.
we didn't
Instablog carried it and they cost my life.
we didn't talk about that stuff anymore. And all we were talking about the next four weeks was Tinubu this, Tinubu that, Tinubu this, Tinubu that. Then he now came back like a king.
7 seconds
They
video,
now give us seven
organized,
seconds
riding
video
bicycle.
first. They now give us 7 seconds video first. After 7 seconds video, they now give us he's coming back like a triumphant king. I told you I did not die. I'm alive. And his Vuvuzela boys started shouting, Hallelujah, boys. You see what they're doing. We have totally so right now there is nothing that will happen in Nigeria that will distract me from the fact that APC is after my life. That APC must go come next year. There is no news these people will bring out to distract me. There is no defection that will happen in LP. There is nothing that will come out with this next less than 80 something days we have to go this election. I will stay on point till I get Peter into office. That is my own rule. I will never look at what happened just on Thursday. Do you know what it means for the chief of defense staff to come out and say we are under pressure to make sure this election is not conducted
The
fair and fair?
army.
The army itself. Do you guys understand the implications? Not like this is not rumor. It's not I hear say. The army, this thing himself came out to say this. Do you guys understand the implications of that statement?
As for them, this is the reason why they are going to amplify these killings in the southeast, so that they can
Yes.
get that the north to now react to that thing that is happening. So nobody will even know who are these ECN that is doing this thing. Just for them to distract people and to make people now and not against the not like so that their candidates can get something. God, these people are so terrible.
Very terrible, my brother. They now bring out that distraction. Then today, the crazy IPOP animal opens up and say it declares 4 days sit at home. Is it
5
yesterday?
days. 5
5
days.
days. Just look at it. Look at guys. You guys see the center of this place. We are good at mapping out these people's agenda. If you just open your eyes, you will see how they're using you guys. They're playing you guys like a game of chess. They're using you guys as pawns in this game of chess, and you guys are not following their rules, doing what they want you to do. They're fucking playing with your mind here. I keep
Saddam,
saying,
all of these things will not be so bad if lives were not at stake. One of the greatest Nollywood actors lost his brother Osita Iheme to these bastards. I put up a tweet saying a regular citizen in Finland gets up and makes a pronunciation that leads to bloodshed and chaos in Nigeria. This guy is not a rich man. He's not boxed up. He's a regular person in Finland. And he'll make these statements. But somehow, a government had managed to catch Nnamdi Kanu, who is a British citizen, passport carrying British citizen, wherever they got him, has not petitioned Finland to arrest this man. They've not petitioned Finland to stop this man from making these utterances. They've not sent the DSS to catch this man in Finland and bring him home. Neither have they sat down with this man to dialogue with him, considering they have caught his number one, which is Nnamdi Kanu. This is what they did with Boko Haram and ended up blowing up northern Nigeria, and they are trying to do it with the East, and we will not allow this bullshit to continue.
ethics.
This guy is
It has been discovered that
he
that
was
guy,
in his
that
space with Professor Jeff, and Professor Jeff was asking him, how is this thing meant to work? Okay, now, Saddam, this is a man that his influence has disappeared. People go out on Mondays in the East now. If you remember, he tried to stop the obedient rally, the one in Imo State, the day it rained. He put up video, people are not coming out. Well, and then obedience came out for the rally. This guy has no influence. All of a sudden, he announces 5 days. Let me tell you, Saddam, what was sit at home? Sit at home was never on Monday. Sit at home was Every day Nnamdi Kanu goes to the Supreme Court, all of Igbo land sits at home. That made sense. I'm not supporting IPOB, but think about it. That part made sense. Now Simon come turn am to say every Monday we go sit at home. People come they ask us, what concern Monday concern? This man is not, he has deviated, he's a criminal, he's a devil, he does these things for fundraising, and this his latest acts of violence are suspicious because all of a sudden, these gunmen who have been quiet to the point that Anambra State held elections. Soludo has been governor for 2 years. He has been doing what he has been doing. There has been no problem. All of a sudden, announces five days sit at home in December. And for some weird reason, gunmen are out enforcing this sit at home. This guy is in Finland and nobody has done anything about it. The Nigerian federal government has not even taken him to court in Finland. No wahala. They collude.
It has been discovered that the guy works with this guy. He works with Ebony State Governor. He was once his boy. He was once the president.
Yes, so these guys are Bakiliki criminals now, and
Yeah,
the ones they
so
released
it
from
is
prison
if
in
you
Imo
don't
State.
see the hand of I say that I say if you don't see the hand of APC in the unrest in the southeast, you don't know anything about you don't
Saddam, you
understand
know
Nigeria.
what's funny?
You don't
Go
understand
to,
Nigeria.
let's say, about 6 months or 2 years ago, let's from 20,000 side, 2020. If you go to Simon Ekpa's comment section, you would see that there were more comments supporting him than not supporting him. Go to Simon Ekpa's comment section as we speak. The people who are in IPOP, they're not dead. Nigeria didn't kill them. Where are those comments supporting 5 days sit at home? Go to his comment section. You cannot even see highest. You see 1 or 2 or 3 people supporting this nonsense. Everybody is insulting him. So who is enforcing it this time around? All of a sudden in the political season, at a time when the Southeast
My
has
brother,
promised to
he
come
has
out
been
to vote for Peter.
activated by APC.
Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, Otuma. He has been activated.
Otumba, God bless you. Are we
If you don't
stupid? We know
understand
we
this
see it now.
sequence of what is happening right now in Nigeria, if you don't understand, if you think all these
It's
are just happening are
pure
coincidence,
Tinubu, it's divide
Simon
and
Ekpa is an influencer,
yeah,
literally. He's
it's
part of
pure
the
Tinubu.
influencers.
Yep, it's pure Tinubu's divide and rule tactics. Because I don't know why, like you said, it makes no sense. He's in Finland. You can't. There's so many things you can do to him. You can't. I mean, nah. You
Adeyinka
can't.
Godson. Otumba, do you remember Adeyinka Godson, the guy that was
Yeah, I
calling for
remember.
genocide? Adeyinka
Mhm.
Godson did not preach his message up to 18 months, and the UK government put him in jail for 4 years, 2 to 4 years. He's currently in prison, and he has been gagged from making any statement. Do you understand where I'm coming from? This had nothing to even do with the Nigerian government, the Nigerian people. He just had that rhetoric on social media, and he was arrested. Simple. But somehow, these IPOP guys are causing all this chaos. And the UK, the same UK that arrested Adeyinka Godson, somehow has no problem with
My
Nnamdi Kanu.
brother. See, I've
And
always
then
said it.
Finland has no
I
problem with
don't.
Simon.
Today is not about it's not about Igbo talk, but I've
It's
always
not,
wondered
but it's
how
sad. It's part of the crimes of
Biafra Radio,
APC.
how Biafra Radio has been able to operate till now without the federal government knowing jack about it. But they could go locate a kid in a university somewhere tweeting about Aisha Buhari. IPOP Radio has been operating under the nose of the federal government for years, and they can't
Simon
do jack
Ekpa
about
held a
it.
space today with
And they
Professor
can't do nothing
Jeffrey
about it,
Gutterman. But
man.
somehow our government cannot find Simon Ekpa. But they can
Yes.
find the young boy that said Aisha Buhari is fat in University
Mm-hmm.
of Jigawa Dutse. No wahala. Oh. Me una they look APC. Oh. No wahala. They found Nnamdi Kanu in Kenya
I,
from what I heard, through a female operative with his Fendi.
I don't care how they found him. All I know is that if you
They found him.
at this point in time, if you think in your mind, inside your mind, you don't know that the whole unrest in the southeast, in fact, the whole unrest in Nigeria has the hands of the government in it, you are fucking sleeping under the rock. If you don't know right now that people are making billions off selling of egusi to the Nigerian military, you're sleeping under the rock. Terrorism is big business for some men in Nigeria. No this and no peace. APC is the political wing of terrorism in Nigeria. They own that shit with their chest. It is their job. They did it successfully in the Northeast, and they use it to get to power. And they have use that same template in the they have taken that same template to the southeast. But what to them is that the same people that they are trying to use have risen up and say no more. It's unfortunate for APC. But if you think Simon Akpa coming out, what they call it, coming out now is just a coincidence, or you think all what have been happening to you this week, all the news, it's just distractions. Simon has no voice, he has no say, he has no power. If the government want to get that guy, they'll get him tomorrow. But they will not. Because he's doing the dirty job of someone that wants to come and be your next president. Nigerians, the power to take back your country is in your freaking hands. We no go hold the mic long. Let's allow other people speak. And congratulations to Morocco. Morocco has defeated Portugal and they're out.
I know you
Oh,
won't talk.
nah,
I
lie.
know you won't
Yes,
talk.
yes.
Oh, but
I
what
know
did
people
happen for
think
Agenda was
Morocco?
agenda.
I know Otumba hard luck.
Agenda was, I know,
Hard luck, my
agenda was
brother
agenda.
Otumba. Take heart. Take one bottle from my head. Yes. Messi will win the World Cup by the grace of God. Not Ronaldo.
Sadan, let me just throw this in here just to keep us back on point with what we are talking about. The Nigerian military on Thursday, December the 8th, admitted that it's under pressure to compromise the 2023 general elections, while promising that Nigerians can be rest assured that the military will remain neutral. The Chief of Defense Staff, not a corporal, not a major, not a captain, not a colonel, General Lucky Irabo disclosed this to journalists at the 61st session of the State House ministerial briefing, organized by the presidential communications team right there at Aso Rock Villa. According to him, military personnel face pressure through inducements, but the armed forces will remain apolitical as it is taking the necessary measures to ensure compliance with the directive of President Buhari to remain neutral throughout this election. So this was said by the Chief of Defense Staff. Let me also move over to what Hanatu talked about when she mentioned the Almajiri situation. When we tell you that APC is the political wing of Boko Haram, we are not lying. Please understand this. What does Boko Haram mean? Education is haram. Western education is haram. Now, if Boko Haram was allowed to destroy this country, I doubt that we will have 20 million children out of school, but this is fact. Now, as we speak, it is difficult to know the number of Almajiri children in Nigeria, but some estimates have put them at about 10 million children as at September 2020. 10 million children. Now, as of October 2022, last month, almost 2 years later, about 20 million children in Nigeria are out of school, according to UNESCO. UNESCO is the United Nations Educational, Scientific, and Cultural Organization. 20 million Nigerian children are out of school. 10 million of these children are said to be Al-Majiri. Now, which state in Nigeria has the highest out of school children? The survey from UNESCO indicated that the highest out of school children were found in Kebbi State with 65%, Zamfara State with 61%, and Bauchi State with 61%. What makes this even crazier is the fact that the Nigerian reps were probing the 494 billion naira that was budgeted for 9 million pupils who benefited from the school feeding program. Till today, the Nigerian presidency has not been able to answer these questions, how they shared 494 billion naira in an alleged school feeding program scam. All right, so you can Google all of this for yourself. Now, if you're wondering what is 494 billion naira in United States dollars, that is 1.113 billion United States dollars. I repeat, the Nigerian school feeding program has disappeared the sum of 1.113, basically 1.2 billion United States dollars has disappeared in the school feeding sham of a program under the Buhari administration from 2016 to 2022. I beg of you, if we do not kill APC, APC will kill Nigerians. ASU is asking for $80 billion naira to bring the Nigerian university system up to date. But we have spent 494 billion on a school feeding program where we said we fed 9 million children who were out of school. But that is all a lie. And APC has put 20 million children out of school. 10 million children in the north are Al-Majiri. I yield. Things are actually more serious than you know. It is well.
Thank you very much, my brother NT. Let me bring you into the conversation right now. Savik, how are you doing today? Good evening, my brother.
Good evening, Saddam. How you guys doing?
Savik, we are
Welcome,
trying,
Savik. We're
no.
doing okay. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. So I just wanted to kind of pick up from where I think it was Hannah to where she stopped, right? So the first question we're going to ask ourselves is the drug that you guys talked about, the largest drug bust that we had. Why hasn't anybody been prosecuted? Where is the story right now? The second thing we ask ourselves is the 51 illegal taps that been discovered from the pipeline. Where is the story at the moment? Why hasn't anybody been prosecuted? So when I tell you people every single time I come on speed that Nigeria is a crime scene, and the criminals are the people driving it in the government. It's a big crime scene, and this APC government is actually the people masterminding the crime scene. And so 1 million crimes of APC is like you try to kind of even pamper them in actually telling what this government is doing. When you guys are talking about the chief of defense staff, Rabo, saying that the military is actually under pressure to compromise the election, look at what has happened the last couple of months or last couple of weeks. Let me remind everybody. First, he was the chairman of APC who said that INEC should not use the beavers. He started that. And then few days back, Bola Ahmed Tinubu said that INEC was not ready for online transmission of results. So you could see where the fear is coming from. They've seen the numbers. They've seen that they cannot win this election. They've seen it. And so what else are they planning to do? They are planning to see how they can use the military and the police to compromise the election. So I agree with what I think it was Anita, what she said. We need to put our microscope on this. We need to focus on this. We need to start retweeting it. We need to start making it, let the whole world hear about it. Because every single tweet that you make, for those of us that follow, the United States, the United Nations, the US, every single tweet you make, they see it. We need to start, putting it up there. Let the world know what the chief of defense staff is saying, that the military is under pressure to compromise the 2023 election. The whole world need to be put on alert. In fact, Saddam, I would say, let's put a hashtag that everybody on this space right now need to start tweeting about it. Because we cannot be fighting for the betterment of Nigeria, and some crooks will be somewhere looking for a way to thwart this movement. We need to do that right now. In fact, we need to beam our satellite on this statement, because that's actually what they've been doing. The video that they are saying leaked, it wasn't leaked, and I think I agree with Ibrahim. It wasn't leaked. It was actually masterminded to intimidate people. They are actually going into their plan B, and this is what they know, because they've tried to intimidate the INEC chairman. They've tried to remove him. They tried to stop him from using the beavers. They've gone to court. They've done all kinds of things to see that INEC compromises the election. But the feelers we are getting from INEC is that that's the Mahmoud, is actually hell-bent on using the beavers. So now they've seen that he's not backing down. They are now looking to use the security agencies to rig the election. So it's left for each and every one of us to lend our voices. While we are doing the work on the ground and mobilizing and doing all the grassroots work, let's actually put them on notice. And the only way you can put them on notice is to get the international community into this discussion. Every single person you can tag while you are making the hashtag, please tag them. Tag the United Nations, tag the Porus, the President of the United States, tag Secretary Blinken, tag every single person into that tweet. Let them know, and then if you can scream up the news from the Chief of Defense Staff, put it there so that they can have the link and read it themselves. We need to make sure that we are letting the whole world know what is going on in Nigeria, because the stakes are so high that we cannot miss 2023. We cannot miss it. So it's left for each and every one of us to do our part. If you're on Twitter, it means that you have a voice, and you need to use that your voice. Use that your voice to get every single person in the international community into this discussion. It is a life and death situation. Like I always say, 2023 election is an existential threat. If we get it right, fine and good. If we don't, Nigeria might be heading towards chaos. So please, Saddam, I know that we're discussing APC's 1 million crimes. Let's make this a topic of discussion. We need to put these guys on notice, because what you guys do not understand is that for this rabble to come out and make this statement, a lot may have gone down. For him to be bold enough to come out and make this statement, a lot may have gone down. So we need to take it seriously. And I think he's giving us a tip. He's giving us a tip because maybe people below him may have been compromised. We don't know. Maybe people below him may have been compromised. So it's left for us to lend our voice to make sure that we get this right. And that's the only thing I wanted to point out here. I have every other submission to me, but I think let's refocus on this issue and make sure we get it trending right now. I yield the mic.
Thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. It's important that we try. That's why I'm always like staying on the big picture. These guys will do everything possible to win these elections. They will do all they can, everything within their power. But we, as a people, I keep saying it. There is and the good thing about this is that I have in my DMs. I have if I say now I have all the rankings of the military that I chat with. That my DMs that come on our violence space. And they cannot talk, they cannot request for the mic, but they send me DMs, say, we see the work you're doing, keep doing what you're doing. Before I got this Irabo stuff on Thursday, I got a DM on my birthday space, the space and that my brothers opened for me. A military man, a junior military man, he was complaining. He said, Peter have said everything, but Peter is not talking about them in the military, that all the soldiers I have with them, they're all obedient. Please, I should let Peter talk about them. And I'm like, brother, have you read the manifesto? He said, no. I said, please go and read the manifesto and look at what Peter said about security. And look at what he said about you guys are in the military. Then come back, let us talk. He has not come back up till now. Probably he has gone to see firsthand the plan. So I dare say this with my mind and my chest that even to INEC, even to the presidency, they are obedient. There are people that want, and obedience can just be termed as people that are yearning for a new Nigeria. A Nigeria that works for everybody, irrespective of your class, irrespective of your ethnicity, irrespective of your religion, irrespective of anything. A Nigeria that works based on merit. And when you see people that are fighting against us, there are people that have lived all their lives, were grown into the corruption that this country has been able this country forever. When you look at the people that are fighting us, these are perennial. Look at FFK. FFK has no job. There is nothing you can trace to FFK's wealth. He lives off the system called Nigeria. The corruption, these are the people that will fight and die instead of seeing Peter become the next president. Because they know the moment Peter gets in there, all those loopholes get closed. If you have no skill, if you have no work, if you have nothing going on for you in your personal life, my brother, Peter is your worst nightmare. Look at all them Segas. Look at all them Adeyan Jews. Look at all these Hallelujah boys. Their job every time is to train politicians and make money. They don't have a life outside this job. A Peter coming in is a death to their job. Imagine what we did to them in this political circle. Let me tell you something. Segalink was charging as much as $400,000 to politicians, to big parties, to launder their image on Twitter, on social media, until we came. Everybody, when I mean we came, I mean the whole obedience until we came out. We know they give shishi. We are organic. We are headless. Yes, we are a headless mob. We own it. And we came and disrupted the whole process. Right now, how much do you want to pay an influencer to sell Bola Ahmed Tinubu or Atiku? How much can that influencer do? One of our favorite guests on this space, Captain Jamil, he has a poll right now on his Twitter page with over 70-something thousand votes. And Peter is leading with over 60-something percent. Which influencer you won't get will go fit change that poll to favor Tinubu or Atiku? How many bot accounts do you want to open where Elon Musk don't go find you? How do you want to do this? So when you see these Hallelujah boys crying every day and night, calling Peter out, insulting Peter, trying to put him in the same rope and the same basket with the corrupt politicians, you should understand that it is they're fighting for their tummy, not for a better country. Well, let's keep the conversation rolling. My brother Zari Yusuf, good evening. How are you doing today?
Good evening, Saddam. It's awesome being here. Good evening, everybody. I mean, it's a good thing that the fire is burning more and more. It's getting hotter. By way of being as quick as possible, I went back to 2021, and I saw something my darling finance minister did. Whenever I look at her, I don't call her name. I said, Okonjo Iweala. That's just what I cry. And I saw a place where they have a policy where you use it, and anytime you want to access the money, you access it, you get the money back. Now, do not forget that these people began, they borrow money from the Western powers until people got tired. They switched over to China. China got tired. Now they are back basically robbing poor Nigerians. Now, this is basically what you see when monies are stolen, when money is taken, when money is borrowed from China, and you don't see what exactly is being done with the money on ground. Do not think that it is only privately stolen. There is a very, very wicked agenda. Deceiving Nigerians, has mastered the art of lying. Basically, I did a video at some point and I said the only major characteristic of this regime is lying and borrowing, lying and borrowing, lying and borrowing and stealing. There is something the money is stolen for. Now, for you to wake up and tell people you've redesigned the Naira, you just keep wondering in the midst of this mess that Nigeria is in, of what relevance it is. Now, whether it is a good thing or a bad thing, why is that a priority now? And then for you to wake up in the morning and tell the ordinary Nigerian that he can only access 100,000 Naira that have access to money, to bribe, to steal, to kill, and to destroy. I have said it before and I will express it here because I've got my freedom of speech and expression, that prior to whatever redesigning we have done to the Naira, I am of the suspicion in cash in their homes before this nonsense began. That is my suspicion anyway, as a Nigerian. So it's not exactly as if they are trying to deal with any economy or they're trying to do anything to the Naira. I remember when Pantami came up with his NIN thing, they disturbed people about bandits, they disturbed people about tracing criminals, they disturbed people about all of that. They subjected people to untold suffering, got people disconnected for weeks before finally people did that. And the same criminals do whatever they do in the banks, using their phones, and nothing is happening. Now, speaking about crimes, we can't actually begin. As a matter of fact, I would always say what Farotimi would say. It's insulting if you want to even apply common sense to assess what this government is doing. Truth of the matter is that when Erufai tells you he listens to the conversation of terrorists, he is right. Somebody at the beginning of this regime said that this very APC brought in these people with the hope of intimidating people so that once they do not win, they will unleash mayhem. I do not know if, as at this time, anybody has come out to refute that. We have had people, intelligence military officers, we have had people, high ranking people that have said this. We have had the likes of Tiwa and Juma telling people there is a collusion here and there. Now, when Etinubu comes out and leaks a video of him telling people how wild, animalistic, and violent they must go on the day of election so that by all means they should take it. Now, you keep wondering, is it not the same people that are in government? This plague that we have suffered for 7 years, was he not the one that put him there? So what are you fighting for? So basically that tells you it is a battle.
Is it not against the peace accord to make such a statement, Zari?
So basically, it is a fight between Nigerians, and I make bold to say Nigerians represented by Peter Obi and Datti Yusuf Baba Ahmed and the old establishment. It's a matter of life and death. It is war. And Tinubu is stopping at nothing. I am telling you, Saddam, I think it was Saddam or Cecil that was saying he wasn't surprised. He will not be surprised if anything happens. Let me tell you, I will not be surprised if somebody wakes up in the morning and switches on his TV and it's better.
They will have to do it. It's better.
Yeah, because I know very well how established the areas with the most military installation in Nigeria, and they are well established. At least they have tested their strength. They can bring down a jet fighter. They have tested their strength. They can attack a military installation like the Nigerian Defense Academy. They have tested their strength. They can leave Kaduna, launch an attack on a prison in Abuja, and retreat back into Kaduna. And they are still living there with all of the military installations, with all the information the governor claims he knows. And let me just make this, and feel free to say I'm always being biased to Southern Kaduna. I remember when Nasir El-Rufai came to the presidency and presented the case of terrorists